Thank you, Senator Murkowski. Senator Van Hollen and I are going to just have a couple of wrap-up questions, and then we'll conclude the hearing, and I'll turn to Senator Van Hollen.
Watching Kash Patel
Thank you,
sweat
Mr. Chairman.
is
So,
genuinely
Director
one of
Patel,
the
I've been
most entertaining
listening carefully
things
to your
ever.
responses to
This
some
guy's
of my
amazing.
colleagues, and I want to start with the question that Senator Coons asked you that relates to this article where the headline is Kash Patel's latest firings ousted agents with expertise in Iran. The
Of course,
article says that these individuals were fired for their role in the classified documents investigations of Donald Trump. First of all, is that
of course they were.
The article, just like all the other articles you cited, is false, and there's ongoing litigation, so I can't address it.
okay?
Of
You did
course.
answer Senator Coons, and I understood your answer to be that the people that were fired, that none of them were part of the group that had Iran expertise. Is that your answer?
No, he asked if they were Iran experts. I said they were not.
Were the group fired? Did it include people who were Iran experts?
He just
No.
asked you
Did it
that.
include people who were involved
Nope.
in counter-espionage activities with respect to Iran?
I don't have the list in front of me.
He's so
So
defensive.
you don't know whether or not you
He's
fired people
so
with
defensive.
counter-espionage experience with respect to Iran. You don't know the answer to that question.
I
Court,
terminated
why would he?
anyone and everyone that weaponized law enforcement.
I see. So it was related, obviously, to the classified documents case. So
That's not what I said.
Well, Director Patel.
You just
Director
did.
Patel, I understood you to say to in
Just
response to
because-
Senator Murray.
Just because you answer something indirectly doesn't mean you didn't answer the question. You just answer his question, but you didn't even realize, because he was so pissy, he didn't realize that he was answering the question indirectly. He thought he was giving a gotcha answer, and he just legitimately answered the question. What an idiot.
That you've not redirected FBI resources toward the immigration enforcement effort.
That's not what I said.
Okay. Have you redirected resources away from your core FBI responsibilities toward the mass deportation effort?
Of course he
No
has.
one at the FBI has been permanently reassigned on the immigration front, and when we pull the numbers, the FBI's overall operational
That's not what he asked.
expenditures surged periodically for immigration enforcement activities, including the arrest of 2,000 people with direct ties to foreign terrorist organizations, was 2.4%.
So
Look at his
okay,
hand
so
shaking.
the
When
key
he's
word
just
there, I
holding
guess,
his
was
hand there.
permanently. You have not
It's
permanently
shaking.
reassigned. Is that what you reassigned temporarily?
Surges, yes, sir.
Have you had a chance to listen to or read about Brian Driscoll's statements about what you said to him and the reasons for his firing?
No, I have not, sir.
So let me just say this, Mr. Director. In your response to me earlier, where you had a little bit of a blow-up, you made a couple provably false statements.
So did you.
No, Mr. Director, I was reading about and asking you
So did
to
you.
respond to allegations that are made. In fact, I was giving you an opportunity to do that, and you took that opportunity. But in the process, you made these provably false statements that I know are sort of like urban legend.
Yeah, his
in
his
right-wing
frustration
media
is
about
leading him
margaritas in
to
El
say
Salvador,
things he
which is
doesn't
provably
necessarily want to
false.
be
And
saying
so,
because he's a moron.
coming from the mouth of an FBI director to make provably false statements in a hearing like this is extremely troubling. And it leads me to ask whether or not the other things you've been saying are false statements.
Look at this lady in the
And so
polka dot
my-
dress. They're
Because
just
that's a provably false statement.
judgment
You made a couple
personified.
others
She's
that are
just sitting there
provably
like,
false. This is from the mouth of the
oh, he
FBI
gonna
director.
get you.
The
Yes,
only
my
one
he
who made
final
is.
false
question-
statements is you.
My final question to you, Mr. Director, is do you know that it is a crime to lie to Congress? Do you know that? That's my
Of course
last
he
question.
doesn't know that. Of course he.
I have not lied to
he's-
Congress.
I didn't
The one
ask you that.
lied to Congress is you.
Do you?
And
I'm not testifying here, sir, and I don't lie.
maybe the next time you run up a
You're the liar. I'm not a liar.
See,
You
there
are.
go. Lying again. You suggested
the
that was-
FEC report. I'll post it right now.
You suggested it was
Hang on.
public. It wasn't public money, as you know. That was for a 50-member staff party.
So it was a $7,000 bar tab.
Mr. Patel, I'm glad. Let me just say in closing, Mr. Chairman, two things. I'm glad that you
This
have
guy's
agreed
pathetic.
to
This is
take
insane.
the test regarding, whether you have alcohol problems. I'm glad you agreed with me to do that.
Oh, yeah,
You still
if he
haven't
has
answered my
alcohol
final
problems.
question. Do you know, Mr. Director, that it is a crime to lie to Congress? Do you know that?
Of course he doesn't. He doesn't care.
I do not lie to Congress.
I didn't ask you that.
And you're insinuating that I am because
I asked
you want
you whether you know.
you want to correct your time in this session where you got
Wow.
steamrolled by the facts, so you can have a Twitter narrative. So
Mr.
you can go
Director.
raise more
You were
money and spend more
steamrolled
money
by
on
the
$7,000
facts.
bar
Just
tab.
let the
And
record
I'm not
show,
gonna give
Mr.
it to
Chairman.
you.
The director of the FBI apparently does not want to answer the question about whether or not it's a crime to lie to Congress, and I find that extremely troubling.
I find it
Somebody who's
troubling that you
entrusted
lie to the American
with
people
law
every
enforcement.
day.
You are a disgrace, Mr. Director. And
He
is
the
a
fact that you can't
disgrace.
answer that question.
He
I will-
is a disgrace.
That concludes my questioning, Mr. Chairman, but I'm obviously very troubled.
Like, disgrace does not even begin to describe what Kash Patel is. That's insane. He's so defensive. He's so defensive that, like, these morons have never heard methinks doth protest too much. Like, if you're an innocent person, you're not going to be sitting there going at him like that with, iron teeth. It's just, what an idiot.